February 17th, and you are with the two dudes in the red shirts. You are inside the Lair with Kirby Blair. He's Kirby. I'm Blair, and Kirby, we had to change the order of the schedule because after last night, there was no way we couldn't start with the boys basketball.
Well, you know there's Cougar Hunt, and you know what Wednesday starts with, don't you, Blair?
W.
It starts with W, baby! And the Knights pull up a 47-46 thrilling victory against those Cougars from Zambrona Mazeppa. And take a look at this. We've got footage of the last shot thanks to YouTube Live. Here's Trevor Steber.
Depends on how they practice. And he misses it. Can't foul now. Nope. Got 12 seconds left. Gotta go, boys. Got Kansas set up for Steber for the lead. Gets it! Woo, baby!
Oh, yeah! A big win. It's been a long time since we got the Cougar.
Yeah, I don't know what to say, but that was pandemonium. It was such a back and forth game there at the end, and it seemed like it was going to come down to the team with the last possession. We ended up scoring with about 3 or 4 seconds left and playing good defense to end it. But man, Trevor Steber, the shot of his life so far.
Yeah, and he only had 9 points, but he got 3 of those 9 when it mattered the most.
Yes.
And I was watching the second half. I got home from my game, sat down and watched it. Great second half. You and Jim did a really nice job bringing us the action at home. And I thought the Knights, and I told you this before the show today, I thought Trevor's most important play wasn't the three-pointer. It was the 2 offensive rebounds in overtime that kept the possessions going for the Knights. I mean, yeah, you needed that 3, don't get me wrong.
Right.
But those were big plays. And Luke Almy had a spectacular game.
16 points.
16 points. Layton had 9.
Yep, Austin Erickson had 10.
The young
first
kid.
half. What a big, without him in the first half, we'd have been down by a lot.
And we talked last week about how the Goodhue ZM 1-2 swing, you had to win at least one.
Yeah.
And on Friday night they lost, and last night they won in double OT.
Yeah.
Big win, and I think it's a big confidence booster for those boys.
Absolutely, and now they go into Thursday with a 4-5 record. They play at home again. It will be live streamed on YouTube. They welcome the Blossoms from Blooming Prairie. And let's go to the wrestling now.
Wrestling, all right.
They had 2 matches last night. First one was an easy win, 64-9 over Fillmore Central, the Falcons down there. But then they took on a very tough Dover Yoda Eagle team, Blair. They found themselves down by 10 heading into the last 3 matches. It might not have been exactly 10, but what needed to happen were the last 3 wrestlers, Logan Myers, Carter Kwong, and Armani Tucker, needed to either have a 5-point win or a pin. And they all did it, and here is Armani Tucker with that ceiling pin.
All right. Spencer's still up. Trying to use his 40 left in the second period.
Here he gets it.
Really high.
He flips up. Nice for down 5. And Armani picks up 6 points in the W, baby.
With that,
The W for the Knights as they improve now. They improved to 12-2 on the season. The last week they beat Dover Iona 40-18, but it was closer this time.
Yeah, they were ready for it this time, but I'll tell you what, those last 3 guys, and then especially Armani getting that pin, it all comes down to that heavyweight for a reason, and he just, what a great win by that senior.
Absolutely, and it doesn't slow down for the wrestling team as they will have another triangular on Friday, heading to Lake Crystal Welcome Memorial. Well, they will take on those. I don't even know the mascot of that team, but they'll also take on the Byron Bears while they're there as well.
Yeah, and then Tuesday they're going to have a home triangular, and I just saw on Twitter, LARP is out. They're looking for someone to replace LARP, so they put out the call. Caledonia will be here though.
Oh yeah.
And so there's bad blood there. So let's see what happens. So good luck to our wrestling team. Girls hoops, 0-9. Don't let that deceive you, Kirby. This is a team that last night lost by 3 to a Blooming Prairie team that had beaten number 4 Waterville Legion Morristown
On Friday.
I
saw that.
This is a KW team that's starting to find its legs.
Yep.
Hasn't gotten that W that we like to hoist that flag up, but they've done a really nice job in improving. Coach Winnie told me today that he thought his team played its best of the year.
Well, a quality team in the Blooming Prairie Blossoms, losing 38-35.
Yeah.
That's a successful night.
Yep.
All right, I know it doesn't count as a W, but I was getting text messages from Jason Kwan, and he was saying that the girls are improving. They're getting better,
Yeah.
like you've been mentioning, Blair.
Yep, they're working really hard, and Friday night, another test down in Byron, the Bears. That's going to be no picnic.
No.
But they're a good team, but they're a little down this year. So, it's a tough squad. It's a bigger school. But, let's throw our chips on the table and see what happens. And then Tuesday night, down to Hayfield to take on Hayfield. So it should be an interesting couple games and see if the Knights can get one in the win column.
That's right. I want to mention speech team quick because they had another
Yeah.
competition on Saturday. And Ashley Redsico, the sophomore, finished in 5th place on the varsity in great speeches. Aspen Dockers, 3rd place in novice in
Very
dramatic
nice. Very
interpretation. Izzy Kamelik, 3rd place in novice in poetry. And Jordan Blowers, 2nd place novice in prose. So congratulations to them on another successful
Anytime you can
Saturday.
find the podium at a speech meet, you've done it well.
Absolutely.
You've done it well. All right, Curry.
Your favorite
one of my
segment?
favorite segments.
Yep.
Where are they now? We got a couple really good profiles today.
Yes, Matthew Hooglam and Kaylee Burkwam. Let's hear from them.
Tell me where in the world is
Kenyon Wanamingo.
Hey guys, Matthew Hooglam here. I'm a 2017 graduate of Kenyon Wanamingo High School. After high school, I began attending UW Stout in Menominee, Wisconsin, pursuing a degree in packaging. As of right now, I'm still attending UW Stout, trying to finish my degree and hoping to get a career in the packaging field post-college. Thank you.
Hey Knights, my name is Kaylee Burkwam. I graduated from Kenyon Wanamingo in 2014, and I graduated from St. Catherine's University in 2019. I participated in college softball there. I continued to pitch. That was a great time. We went to nationals once. My favorite class, besides my nursing classes, was ASL. I have continued to use that in my career now. I'm currently a nurse at Mayo Clinic Rochester on a ortho neurotrauma floor, which can be very intense sometimes, but I love it. My advice to students now would be to just follow your dreams and keep working at it because they will come true if you do. Bye.
All right, nice to get updates from them. And coming up, we got a big thing coming here at our school.
Yes.
And Elliot, our commercial man,
Yep.
is going to tell us all about the all-school musical, grades 5 through 12, that's coming up here at KW.
Take it away, Elliot.
This episode of Inside the Lair with Kirby and Blair is brought to you by Kenyon Wanamingo Theater. Bonjour! I'm here to tell you that the Kenyon Wanamingo High School and Middle School theaters are inviting all students grades 5 through 12 to be our guest and try out for the musical this spring, Beauty and the Beast. If you want to try out, then come to auditions next week on Tuesday the 23rd or Thursday the 25th at 3:15 in the high school auditorium. In auditions, be prepared to walk, read lines, or sing any song, but not all parts need to sing. We also are in need of backstage workers to paint, move sets, manage, pull curtains, do makeup, hair, everything. If you've got any questions, email Mr. Hawkinson at rhawkinson@kw.k12.mn.us. And for more information, follow the KW Theater Twitter page at KW Theater, or visit our site here and look for it on the KW homepage. All 5th through 12th grade students are encouraged to join. We'll see you there. And hey, I overheard that some stars at Inside the Lair are gonna be there. Well, back to you, Kirby and Blair.
Hey, Blair, you're a part of that production.
Yeah.
How exciting is Beauty and the Beast going to be?
Well, I thought Beauty and the Beast aired every Wednesday on YouTube. but I guess they made a musical about it. So I hope whoever's playing you and I are really good. Otherwise, we're going to have to step in, right? No, Beauty, this is special. The Disney Beauty and the Beast, this is going to be fantastic. And to incorporate the middle school show with the high school show so everyone can participate, it's going to be awesome. I'm looking really forward to it. And auditions next week.
Hey, the last few musicals have been fantastic.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to
Yeah,
it again.
it should be fun.
Let's go to our next segment. The star from the wrestling match, Armani Tucker.
He already decided he's gonna pin that kid from Dover Yoda. What else does he have to decide?
There you go.
Today is where your book begins. The rest is still unwritten.
Hi, my name is Armani Tucker. I am a senior at Kenyon Wanamingo High School, and I am featured on this week's Senior Decision with Kirby and Blair. I am excited to announce my commitment to RCTC. I will be studying law enforcement, and I'll also be wrestling for the RCTC Yellow Jackets. I'm excited to attend RCTC because they have a really good law enforcement program and a solid wrestling team. I want to say thank you to everyone that helped me reach my goals, including my mom, Dwayne Pliscott, Eva and Dave Dierks, and the Lettsvold family. Shout out to Mossberg. Go Yellow Jackets.
All right, Blair, last week, Luke and TC were on 90-second news, and Blair, they are back this week, baby.
They're the defending champ, and until someone knocks them off their pedestal, they're gonna be there. These guys are fun. Watch them. Learn a little something here about KW.
Andy Walker.
And I'm Blair Reynolds.
And this is Inside the Lair's 90-second news.
Next week is Snow Week, and we have the schedule of events. Middle school will likely have some different activities as well. The big event that involves everyone is hot chocolate and donuts on Tuesday and Thursday. Oh boy.
To maintain social distancing, we will space out this event over 2 days and over the course of an hour each day, and all seniors will have to be outside. The schedule is
Dress Up Day Monday. Hick Day, dress up like you live in the country or something.
Dress Up Tuesday is Elderly Day dress. Dress up like Bill.
Thursday, Dress Up Day is Hick Day again. Friday will be the co-ed volleyball tournament for grades 9 through 12 starting at 10:15 a.m. for all 9 through 12 students in the high school gym.
Also, the high school band will be marching through the hallways during 5th hour at some point during the week, so put on your listening cap and school spirit jacket.
Speech. The following speech team members received awards at the John Marshall speech team meet on Saturday. Ashley Retschkel,
Aspen Donkers, Izzy Smellick,
and Jordan Blowers.
Way to go! Dance team. The girls competed in Stewartville on Saturday. They got 2nd in jazz and 5th in high kick. Congratulations.
Hero Squad donations. Currently the class in the lead with donations is Miss Klein's class, followed by Mr. Reynolds and Mr. Wibben. Keep up the donations, kids.
Seniors. Senior pictures are due to Mr. Miller by February 12th and senior profiles ASAP.
Today's word of the day is sweet, which is defined as having the pleasant taste characteristic of sugar or honey, not salty, sour, or bitter, as in these cookies are sweet.
And pleasing in general, delightful as in sweet dance, bro.
Thanks for watching 90-second news. Here's hoping all your news is good news.
All right, thank you to Luke and TC. That was great. Now we're going to talk about the Knights Chamber, which is a small group of KW choir members who will be putting on a concert that's going to be live streamed for the public on March 26th. Here is a sneak peek.
There was the ship that put to sea, and the name of the ship was a Billy of Tea. The wind blew up her bow, it down, although me bully boys blow. Soon may the weatherman come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tonguing is done, we'll take our leave and go. She had not been 2 weeks from shore, when down on her a right whale bore. The captain called all hands and swore he'd take that whale in tow. Soon may the weatherman come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tonguing is done, we'll take our leave and go.
Wow, Kirby, fantastic. Just love to hear our singers. They do a great job. Make sure you check that out. Trivia time.
Hey, we had our first question last week. We had 19 responses on that Survey Monkey link. And we have all those 19 people in this bucket. But before we go ahead and pick the winner, we just want to mention that last week we had parents, students, grandparents, teachers, former teachers, and even a correct response from former Principal Patrick Walsh.
Wow.
Yes. So this week, the winner, I should say, will get a $15 gift card to Area 57 in Wanamingo.
Wow.
Blair, let's do it.
All right.
Mix them up good, mix them up.
All right, we'll mix it up real good here.
Yep.
All right, I got a good one, I think. I got one? I think that's one.
First one's going to be
Brian Jacobson.
Yeah, baby. Student here at Kenyon Wanamingo. He will get that gift card. He will be able to pick that up at the front entryway of the school. And Blair, if you didn't know, the 3 mascots that the Knights have used have been the Bulldogs, the Vikings, and the Warriors. KWWC Warriors. This week, here is this week's question.
Hi, it's us again from High School Student Council, Brianna and Carrie, and here's this week's trivia question.
How many KW varsity sports teams have made it to the state tournament since Kenyon Wanamingo was formed in 1990?
And remember, it's only sports teams, not individuals, and your answers need to be in by noon on Monday. How you enter is go to the school website, click on schools, high school, scroll down, and there's the survey. If you answer correctly, your name will be placed into a drawing and the winner will be picked on the next week's episode of Inside the Lair.
Starting this week, we are asking you to add where you live so we can see how far a reach of the Inside the Lair has gone. Also, a hint for the students. You might find the answer to the trivia question in the trophy cases in the Commons.
Thanks and good luck.
Ooh, a tough one.
Yes, thank
tough
you.
one. Make sure you get your answers in so you too, like Brian Jacobson, can win
Right.
the cool prize.
Thank you to the student council for putting that together.
Oh, last we need to take a trip on the town.
Last month, baby, last segment of the episode, On the Town with Bill Miller, and Alex Lee, the sophomore, interviews Superintendent Brian Boysen. And then there's a little bit of a fun show with Trevor, Paul, and Preston as they make Chex Mix.
Oh my, Boysen and Chex Mix? You can't ask for more! Watch it.
I would like to welcome Mr. Boysen to the Inside the Lair. Mr. Boysen is the new Kenyon Superintendent.
Kenyon Wanamingo Superintendent.
So how are you doing?
Doing very well. How are you?
Good. I would like to ask you a couple questions about yourself and your education experience.
I'm happy to answer those questions.
Okay. Where did you grow up and go to school?
I grew up in Spantown, USA, Austin, Minnesota,
Okay.
and spent my whole life except for basically college and living in Austin. So that's where I'm from.
Where did you go to college?
I went to multiple colleges actually. To become a superintendent, you have to go to college for probably it's at least 8 or 9 years of college after high school. So I originally went to school in a small community college in Austin called Riverland Community College, and that's where I graduated in 1999. So it tells you how old I am. I received an associate's degree. I went to school to be a police officer at first, and then I decided to transfer to Winona State University and major in elementary education, and the rest is kind of history. And I started teaching after I graduated from Winona in 2002.
So when did you decide that you wanted to teach?
I always knew growing up. I remember all my teachers' names, all the way back to preschool, and teachers always had a very profound effect on my life, and they inspired me to become a teacher. So I knew I was either going to be a teacher or I was going to be a police officer, but I always wanted to be a public servant, and teaching ended up being my calling. So I knew right away. I think I knew in elementary school I wanted to be a teacher.
Okay. Yeah. What grade did you teach before becoming a superintendent?
Well, before I became a superintendent, I was an elementary principal, and before I was an elementary principal, I was actually a special ed teacher for a while. And I taught elementary school for a little bit too, for a few years, but most of my teaching career, I was a middle school and high school social studies teacher.
Okay. Yeah. What other districts have you taught in?
Let's see here. Before I came to Kenyon Wanamingo, I was the superintendent and elementary principal in Lisle, Minnesota, and then before Lisle, I was in Jackson County, Minnesota for 3 years as a principal. But most of my teaching, about 11 or 12 years of it, was spent in Austin. I worked at a treatment program, so it was a non-public school, and then I also taught at an elementary school in Austin. So Austin Public Schools, JCC schools, Lisle, and then here.
Cool. What is the most challenging thing as a superintendent?
I think, well, juggling, so besides superintendent, I'm also the elementary principal in Wanamingo. And so the challenging thing is wearing multiple hats. At any moment in time, I could be mopping up a spill on the floor to help out our custodians. I could go from, some days I've had to substitute teach at an elementary level, and then fill in watching in the lunchroom. So you wear multiple hats, and then sometimes you're in meetings negotiating contracts or trying to revise a budget for the school district. So lots of different roles, many hats, and that's kind of what you have to do to become a superintendent.
Okay. Can you tell us a little bit about your family?
Well, yeah, it's a good segue into my family. So I'm married to Jennifer. I met her. Her and I both went to Winona State University. We have 3 kids. I have a 10th grader, a daughter who's, they all go to Austin. She's on the varsity dance team for Austin High School. And then I have a 6th grade daughter who's a swimmer. And then I have a 4-year-old preschooler. So we have 3 kids. And then we have a Scottish Westie, a white little fur ball that runs around. His name's Buster, and he'll be 7 years old.
Sure. What do you enjoy about doing outside of work?
I like traveling. It's kind of hard to travel now. We are big Disney fans in my family. We go to Disney World a lot, but of course that's kind of on the wayside right now, so we're not going down there as much. But I like to travel. I do like sports. I like to work out as much as I can when I have time. And then I'm also a lifelong learner. I'm still in college. I'm graduating this year with my doctorate degree in education through Winona.
So thanks again for your time, and welcome to Kenyon Wanamingo.
Yes, thanks for having me. I hope to be a regular. I'd like to have some more of these meetings with you.
Yeah,
you guys do a good job.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Hi, I'm Preston.
I'm Trevor.
I'm Paul.
And today we're making Chex Mix. Some of the stuff that you'll need is butter, salt, garlic powder, onion powder, Worcestershire sauce, Chex Mix, and some nuts and pretzels. So the first thing you do is you take the melted butter and then you add all this stuff.
Just like that.
And then you stir it. Alright, the next thing you want to do is wait until that's completely mixed and then add all 3 cereals and then your nuts. Alright, that looks good.
And then you just stir it.
Yeah.
And then when you're done stirring, you put it in the microwave for 3 to 5 minutes.
After microwaving for 3 to 5 minutes and carefully stirring every minute, the Chex Mix is done.
All right, it's always good to meet our superintendent and principal and have some Chex Mix. You could ask, who could ask for more?
Nobody.
That's gonna do it.
That's gonna do it for Blair. I'm Kirby. Thanks for watching Inside the Lair. As always, go Knights.